Casey, can you talk about how you take field notes?
For sure. In my research, generally when I'm in the research space, I'll take jottings like point form notes, which I later turn into full sentences. And those full sentences then become short comics. And what I try to do is draw those comics and color them in that day. And then I try to publish them in an online space, either on my personal website or in my doctoral work. I had a dedicated website for the doctoral work. And the way that I do that, or the reason that I do that, is so that I can share my thinking with my participants as it is ongoing. In my doctoral work, I thought that that work was really finished, because there had been the process of the jotting to the sentence to the drawing. I thought of it originally as quite finished, but in writing my chapter, what I realized was that it's very unfinished thinking. It really is still thinking on the go, um, which is a little bit embarrassing to return to years later. Mm.
What does your chapter tell us about field notes?
I think my chapter talks a lot about participatory methodology and the ways in which I hope that my field notes practice might contribute to a participatory approach in field notes. But then in the writing of the field notes chapter, what I realized was there wasn't anything particularly participatory about the way that I was taking field notes, but rather it was more transparent. So I think my field notes process is about, and practice and chapter is all about the need to be transparent in field notes processes, to not keep them private or hidden away, but also to acknowledge your own authorship as the researcher, as the facilitator, that it's not participatory to put your approach or your thoughts about what happened, but to be transparent. I think that's what my chapter offers.
And what do you think researchers need to know about field notes?
Hmm. I think researchers need to know that even private writing or private drawing or private thinking or creating about what's happening in a research space has a bearing on what happens next. And so I think that there is an opportunity in field notes and in sharing field notes to work with participants as you are imagining what happens next in the research from what you have seen so far. And so the thing that I'd like to leave people thinking about, or leave researchers thinking about, is the ways in which sharing and being transparent with research participants can allow for people to sort of, I suppose, work together in making those changes rather than letting the researcher take those changes autonomously or by themselves.